Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me here on the Noble Crumb. So, just finished up Canadian Thanksgiving here, and it kind of inspired me for my next recipe, which I can't believe I've never done before. But I was in Costco, and don't get me wrong, I love Costco, but there was a complete rampage on the Costco pumpkin pies. If you're familiar, they are these ginormous pies that you can get. I believe here they're about $6.99, $7.99. And people were literally going crazy for them. My opinion personally, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I find that they taste really full of preservatives and chemically tasting. So I was always just kind of standing there like, I don't get it. I guess you get a lot of pie for the amount of money. So I just wanted to show you guys really how simple a pumpkin pie is to bake from scratch. And the flavor is going to be completely not even comparable to something that you're going to buy in the store. You're not worried about preservatives and all of that weird stuff. And of course, you will impress your friends. So here's my recipe for a very simple pumpkin pie. Let's take a look at the ingredients. And here are the ingredients for the pumpkin pie recipe. So you're going to need 1 pie crust, fresh or frozen, 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin, 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, 2 large eggs, a half a cup of white sugar, a half a cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of ground ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and a half a teaspoon of salt. You can also substitute the spices for 2 teaspoons of apple pie spice. We're going to have our oven preheated to 425 degrees. When we put the pie in the oven, we reduce the heat to 350. And we're going to bake the pie for 60 to 70 minutes until the center still has a slight wobble. And then you're going to let the pie rest completely, cool and set, or even better, let it sit overnight. All right, so this is how quick and easy this is gonna go. Large mixing bowl. I'm gonna add in my jumbo can of pumpkin. Next, we're gonna add in the 2 eggs. And I'm just gonna use my hand mixer and we're gonna get this combined together first. Just like that. Then we're going to add in the white sugar, the brown sugar, all of the spices, and the salt is in here. Just going to pour that in. And then the evaporated milk. You're going to pour that right in. And then you're going to mix this on low until well combined. I'm going to give my bowl a quick little scrape with my spatula. Make sure nothing is sticking to the sides or on the bottom. Just like that. And give it another quick mix. Okay, and literally, that is it for your pumpkin pie filling. So one quick note with the recipe, if you're not able to buy all the individual spices like the cinnamon, the clove, the ginger, what have you, you can buy just little packages of what they call pumpkin pie spice. Totally substitute 2 teaspoons of that for the other spices in the recipe and the flavor will be just as good because obviously you can't expect to go and spend a whole bunch of money on different herbs and spices if you're not going to use them. So definitely feel free to substitute with just pumpkin pie spice. Okay, so I've got my pie crust here. You can check out my recipe that I have on my site as well for my perfect pie crust, or you can use a frozen one. I'm going to take my filling and I'm going to pour that right in there. Fill it all the way up. Just like that. And this is going to go in the oven 425, and as soon as I put it in there, I'm turning it down to 350, and it's going to stand there for about 50 minutes to an hour, and I'll show you how to check how it's done. All right, so it's been about an hour and 10 minutes, and that is the pumpkin pie. Now you can tell it's still got a little jiggle to it, hopefully. That's what you're going to want because it'll set up perfectly. So that is my pumpkin pie recipe. I hope you guys are able to give it a shot, and please, please, please try it before you start buying pumpkin pie because, again, the flavor is just non-comparison. So thank you for joining me on the Noble Crumb. I hope to see a lot more of you guys soon. I promise I will try to make more videos. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. So thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye.